It's once again time to fill up a gap here in my Lego city, so welcome here on my English YouTube channel about building my city called Brickworld. And in today's update we are going to the left side of the ITIS hotel. You can see the hotel right now. On the left side there's a big gap and we want to build up something there where you can see all these colorful plates. We're going to include a new kind of building and I think it's a very nice addition to the city, so stay tuned for today's update. Right at the beginning, let's have a look here at the back side of the table. You can see what we did a long time ago, that the back entrance to that big train station area, it's a more modern part of the train station, and you can see a lot of colorful parts here, and I really want to add something on top of here. You can see, by the way, that we need to integrate some more of the light system, as always the light system from Light My Bricks, but I really want to add a building on top of that area. And at the moment you can see that it's going to be very small, not very deep. That's as always here at the sides of my table. I just have kind of cut through everything so we can look inside. And I really like that idea to have that areas to just see what's inside. And that's something I really also want to integrate here. By the way, I included the connector here. I also added a connector here so we can add a light for the upcoming building here. And as you can see, it's very, very small. Right now, I'm not quite sure what kind of building it's going to be. It's a higher building, of course, because I think it's important to have higher buildings in the backside of the train station to have that more modern and that more city kind of look. And that's the first thing I started here. And I think the color scheme here with white, black and that red is going to be a very nice addition here, and I think it's going to be also fit very nicely here in that area. It's a little bit more modern than the area in front of the train station, and where there are more older buildings, especially the main train station is also an older building, and we have some kinds of modern building here on the backside. I think it's a very nice addition to have some different kinds of architecture in the city. By the way, today we are mainly working at the facade of the building because I want to find out how the building should look in its full scale. Everything inside is going to be added in a later update, or maybe more than one later update. And as I said, right now I just want to build up and see if everything is how I wanted to have it. I have a special image in my head how I want to see it. It should be like higher buildings at the backside, so we have a more city-like look here, especially with that flat area with all the train tracks in front of it. And I think that's the right way here by adding some more floors here. We have now 3 and 1 started floor, so we have 4 floors. Maybe that's the last one. Maybe I'm going to add another one. I'm not sure. I don't want to get too high in that area because we're already a little bit higher, because the backside and the train tracks is a little bit higher already with the normal height, and then adding on top the building. I don't think a very high building is a good idea to have it right now here, but I think that the color scheme I started adding at the start is a nice addition here, especially when we are going to think about that the IT's hotel on the right side is also going to be a little bit higher in the future. Then we have a very nice look here when we are on the train track level, looking up here. And yeah, I think it's a very nice way to have everything connected. And in the end, I stopped after 4 floors. I added another floor, but I removed it again because I think that's the right height for that building. I added a black roof on top of it, and yeah, I think that it's very nice. It looks how I wanted it to have. Of course, you have to have in mind that when we're going to add the next model on the left side, the building is going to be a little bit more going to the left side. So that's not the final size. It's going to be more going to the left side. Right, not sure at the moment how far it's going to be to the left side, but we're going to add more of it in I don't know when we're going to do it, but in the future, of course. And also we need to build up something inside. But right now, just having that view from a little bit more behind, I think that's exactly what I had in mind. I think it really gives more of that city look I wanted to have, mixing different kind of styles, especially here in Europe or in Germany. We have often a different styles of the city. It's mainly a problem from the World War, of course, because a lot of stuff was destroyed in the World War, and after that a lot of modern building were added to the cityscape. Inside there are no floors right now. That's something I'm going to add in one of the next updates. My main goal today was just to build up, to check out how everything should look like. And I think we are on a good track here, adding that building. And as I said, you can see it here. The model is ending here, but of course it's going to be more to the right side. And you also can see that there's a lot of stuff missing here, especially here with the train tracks. But I think when we're going to add all the missing stuff step by step, all the main platforms here and everything else, and in a distant future, we're going to have running trains here through the city. I think it's going to be a very, very nice view. And yeah, it's just something I really had. It's one of the big dreams that one day, maybe in 2026, there's going to be the ability to have the train track in a loop. So we really have trains going to the city, but that's not something I can do right now because I need to add more tables, more train tracks and stuff like that. But at the end, there's going to be a nice train track here in the city. That's at least what I hope for the city. And of course, you also need to add all the underground stuff in a near future, maybe. Also that big hall here is going to be a little bit more to the right side, maybe around that area. And then on the right side, from here, looking from the right side, there's going to be another building at the end of the table. So it's a lot of stuff to do here, especially we also need to work, of course, at the hotel here on the left side. There's also missing almost everything inside. And I'm not sure right now how big it's going to be. I'm going to add more floors, of course. But right now I am really not sure, but I really like that cut-through look here on the back side. I think it's going to be a very nice look later on when everything is done on that side of the table. But yeah, that's it for today. We have added a new building here, or we started adding a new building. As always, feel free to write whatever you have in mind in the comment area. And if you want to see more of my city, feel free to subscribe. And yeah, that's it. More updates coming very soon here also on my English channel, so we can get to the place where the German channel is already. So it's a little bit a view to the past here on the English channel, but stay tuned for future updates and bye.